What's up, Ghosts and Ghouls? It's the one, the only JT Ripper, and I'm here with
Todd of Thunder.
And we're back! Like we've been gone too long. With Day 21.
Yes, we are legally able to drink blood.
Yes, but we're not talking about blood. We're talking about something that brought back the slasher genre. One of my personal favorite movies. Scream.
From 1996.
96, baby.
I beg to differ. If we're talking about Scream, we're talking about a bunch of blood here.
Yo, boy.
Yeah, this is Wes Craven bringing the slasher genre back in the late 90s, reviving it into a whole new generation.
Creating a great franchise, by the way.
This was the birth of the self-aware slasher franchise.
Kind of breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah, bringing to life all the unwritten, invisible rules like no sex, no drugs, don't say I'll be right back, all these things. Yeah, all these cliche things.
Don't answer the phone.
Plus, you know, he took a very simple, very, very simple Halloween costume, man, and created something really, really fucking spooky with it. I mean, you can get the Scream costume as easy as you can get one of those little cheap hockey Jason masks from 98 cents at Big Lots. So,
do you know why, though?
Why?
Because he found the mask. The mask wasn't created for the movie. That's why when you see Scream stuff with the ghost face on it, it's Scream. But if you notice, they sell stuff on the side that says just Ghostface. You notice they don't say Scream anywhere?
Yeah.
Because they can sell it like that because they own that mask. So it'd be like you go into the dollar store and we make a movie, and then we say, hey, we're going to use your mask for the movie, and they don't sell the rights, but, you know, they let you use it and you make a deal with them. But after the movie's out, like, say, I don't know, it's a smash hit and everybody likes the mask. Well, you've made a deal where you can sell it, you know, this is my movie version of the mask, and then they can sell theirs as Wolfman mask. But, you know, the movie was called something different, so they actually still own the rights to the ghost face mask.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Now you know the deal with the mask and why it's so cheap and easy to find at your local dollar store.
So technically, if you get it from the dollar store, it's still an official mask. Honestly, it's kind of more official that if you get it like from the company that makes Ghostface than actual Scream. You know what I mean? Like that mask was out before Scream was out, if you think about it, which is fucking crazy.
Well, that makes the movie that much more realistic because you can look at it as Billy and Stu literally went to Walmart and found this mask.
Yeah, seriously. Like, they could literally be like, yeah, we bought this cheap mask. And like, it would be true.
Yeah, I mean, in addition to all of that, we're talking about Skeet Ulrich.
All-star cast. All-star
Yeah,
cast.
we're talking about Skeet Ulrich, and we talk about Matthew Lillard.
My
and
boy.
Of course, we're talking about Neb Campbell and Jamie Kennedy and Courtney Cox and David Arquette and fucking Henry Winkler plays in this one. And yeah, I mean, just a bunch of just cool cats play in this film. And like you said, or like I said, like we said, this brought back the slasher genre, put a whole new spin on it, and it opened the doors because after this movie was a smash hit, tons and tons of, you know, they want to say, you know, after Halloween, tons of copycats came out, like Friday 13th, so on.
Yeah.
Well, that's the same thing that happened to Scream.
Oh, yeah.
After Scream came out, tons of copycats. But we all love those movies too. But this is the one that started it off. If you haven't seen these films, I don't know why you're listening to this podcast.
You should be watching the movies right now.
Yeah.
Go listen to it now.
They're making movies. I mean, the new one came out this year.
This year,
my friend. And like always, man, we don't dive too much into a plot. We just tell you, you talk about, you know, non-special effects. This is practical at its finest. It's straight. It's straight, simple, fine, special effects. Nothing over the top, straight up terror. And, this, I call this, the Woodstock of slashers.
Yeah. Sorry, getting stumbled over my words here. Putz. People tend to forget that simple can be better. And there's nothing wrong with simple. This is just simply a crazy person killing people. You don't know why. I mean, that's pretty much it. You don't know why that these people are dying. You don't know why they're friends of each other. You don't know why they're in a circle together, but it's the people in that circle that are dying. Just as simple as it can be.
Yeah.
Mass killer, knife, nothing supernatural, no demons.
And we mentioned that great cast earlier. I mean, it's such a good cast, you'll end up leaving out people. Like, I didn't even mention Rose McGowan. So,
yeah, exactly.
I mean, star-studded, and of course, directed by the legend himself, Mr. Wes Craven.
Which, if you haven't heard our episode about Wes Craven, go listen to it, because he's one of the directors we talk about. We're on the verge of trying to figure out how we want to go about John Carpenter, because, that's a necessary. But, oh boy, that's a hard one.
Yeah, we'll get to that when we get to it.
But our main focus is cranking these out for all the people. But yes, Scream is a cult classic at this point. Kind of weird to say.
Because I remember renting this film from the video store back in the day.
Same.
So, and it seems like yesterday, but it wasn't. It was 1996, and to us, God, that's 96 is not long ago for me. But
it is.
But it is in reality. So, but it's okay. It's cool. Most of these people that play in this film, almost all of them, from the stunt doubles to Roger Jackson, the voice of Ghostface, to
what's your favorite scary movie?
Most of the cast, they all do conventions around the country. So Florida, LA, Carolinas, they come pretty much everywhere. So if you're into going to conventions and stuff, definitely go and get you a big giant poster, and you can get all these people signed and have a real good memorable piece.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be
hanging in your dungeon.
In the dungeon. But
the dungeon.
I'm sure you people want to know where you can watch this movie.
Where can we watch it, Ripper?
I'm going to tell you where you can watch it. Actually, you're in luck with this one. If you are subscribed to AMC, Paramount, and Philo, Sling TV, Amazon Prime Video, YouTube, you can watch this. So most people have subscription to at least one or two of these services. But as always, you can rent this for $3.99 on Google Play Movies TV, Apple TV, Redbox, Vudu, and YouTube TV. So it's $3.99. But don't do yourself a disservice. I think right now you can go to Walmart.
Get the entire series.
I don't know if it's the entire series. I think it's 1 through 3. It's weird.
I know they have...
they do have the entire... Well, all the way up to 4.
A couple years ago at Target, I found the 1 through 3 Blu-ray set, and it was a documentary
with it, yeah.
And then I bought Scream 4 by itself. Now, the only ones that I do not own is 5 and 6 that are very recent new films that came out in the last
3 years.
3 years. So I'm pretty sure, though, they have put out a box set with all of them. Maybe not the 6th one since it's so new, but maybe the 5th one?
I'm not 100%. I know that you can buy some of these individually at Walmart, but I think the
best deal, though, is if you can get that 3-pack with all the first 3, that's a deal because it's like $10.
Yeah, it's very cheap, and it's got a pretty cool box cover. I think the deal at Walmart right now is it's like 1 through 3 in a pack, 4 separate for some weird reason, and then I know they still got 5 and 6 you can buy individually, but we're not talking about the other ones. We are trying to tell you where you can find the first one, and the first one's at Walmart. So if you don't have any of these subscription services, I mean, you could pay $3.99 or $10.99 and get 3 movies. You know what I mean? Like, don't do yourself a disservice. Plus, I mean, I know personally, if you go back to our podcast, I knocked the last one pretty hard, but it's still rewatchable. I don't know. It's something about the fucking Scream movies that just have this uncanny charm about them that you like watching them, even if you don't like it. I don't know. It's like, it's like an X you can't quit. It's fucking weird.
It's one of those things where we both didn't give a favorable review to the last one, but thinking back on it, I mean,
I can still find positives in it.
Yeah, we can still find positives in it. Like, we didn't like totally shit on it. Like, for example, the new Hellraiser film or some of the other films that we have reviewed. So, all of these movies are watchable. That's why we make the list. We put franchises in order of which ones we like, with our least favorite, blah, blah, blah. That's the good thing about franchises. We have a shitload of movies that we can talk about, and that's the main thing. The bad thing would be if there is no movies to talk about. But even if there's bad movies, we have something to talk about. And with Scream, I can confidently say there's not a bad movie in the franchise. There are definitely ones that are better than others, but I would not say that there's a bad one in the bunch.
No, it's definitely probably one of the most solid franchises of them all. I exclude Halloween from that because I'm biased. I can't give you an honest opinion about that because I find enjoyment in all the Halloween movies. Yes, even Resurrection, I can find some positives about that movie. Halloween Ends, I can still find some positives, but I mean, as unbiased aside, franchise-wise, I mean, it's like toe-to-toe with, it's better than Chucky. It's better, I don't know if it's better than Friday the 13th, but it's more solid, like back to back to back to back.
Yeah, I would agree with you. The way you are with Halloween is the way I am with Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
But I can tell you that as far as consistency, I would say Scream has it.
Right, exactly.
Because usually Friday the 13th is like, okay, good, not so good, good, not so good, something like that. But
masterpiece.
But like always, we always give you our rankings of the films.
Yes.
And I guess it's my turn to go first. As legendary as the movie is, again, I think back on the last episode, and I told you about when I did my 150.
Yeah.
Scream, I think, was in the 20s or 30s. I can't remember.
Right.
It wasn't in the top 20, so I can't give it a 5, so I'm giving it a 4.
Wow. I kind of figured you were going to go that route. Myself, I give this movie a 5.
Well, there you go. I like you to be different.
I have rewatched this movie probably, you son of a bitch.
Yes, Satan?
Probably your ex-wife.
No, that was Matthew Lillard calling to cuss me out because I gave it a 4.
Yeah, you deserve it. Gut you like a fish. Yeah, this movie, this movie is just so rewatchable. I've probably watched this more than most other horror movies. This franchise. Honestly, week before last, I actually was watching this franchise. I watched them all the way up to 4 in order. I just didn't have anything to watch, and I said, fuck it,